Hey everyone, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More. I'm standing outside one of my fix and flips that just became vacant. At least I think it's vacant. It's not exactly sure, but we'll walk through the house and I'll tell you the story about what's going on with it. Have my locksmith right over there who just let me in. Bought this house a couple months ago and it had a tenant in place and they're on a month-to-month lease. So we told them they had to leave, gave them their notice, and they just basically never talked to us or contacted us at all the entire time. So I think it's vacant now. Open it up. We'll show you the property and some of the fun sides of the job. Before we get started, of course, check out investformore.com for more of my flips. I've got 21 going right now. Have videos of all of them on my resources page. And yeah, lots of other great resources as well for rentals and being an agent. I bought this house for $80,000, which is one of the cheapest houses you can buy in northern Colorado, anywhere. It's just a one-bedroom house. It was owned by an investor. He had it listed for like $130, lowered the price, kept lowering it, and we made a low offer like $70. Ended up agreeing on $80. It was on the MLS, but really hard to show because there are tenants in here and just a one-bedroom, and that's why it was so cheap. So I saw the house, made the offer, got under contract, and then a lot of times we'll deal with tenants. Sometimes we have to evict them. Sometimes we'll pay them to leave as well. This one we tried to pay them to leave. They wouldn't respond to us. You can see our note we left on the door right there. We left that a week ago. It's still here. So that made me think it's vacant. No one's been here. But it's kind of hard to tell. So they left it in really good shape, as you can see. Smells really nice in here. All the cabinets were already open like that, so that kind of makes me think it was vacant. They took what they wanted, but you never know for sure. Here's the one bedroom that we have right now. Is a little scary that there's still a mattress in here. So what we do kind of brings me back to the days of when I used to list foreclosures for banks all the time and REOs and that kind of thing, where we'd have questions on whether houses were vacant. I'd have to, order the rekey, meet the locksmith, open up houses. Hopefully they were vacant. Once in a while they weren't, but you leave a note on the door saying, hey, believe the house is vacant. If it's not, please call me, let me know, get your stuff out. But you have the right as a landlord to preserve the property. The bank has the right as a lender on properties to go into them if they're vacant, preserve them, winterize them, make sure the pipes don't freeze, things like that. But you've got to be careful, have pretty good idea it's vacant. You can't just go into anybody's house. Yes, that is a bunch of cat poop all over the floor. A couple other things that made us think it's vacant is that a week or two ago we'd stop by. There's always a cat that popped up in the window when we knocked, and that cat stopped coming to the window. So we were hoping the tenant took the cat and left and that something else worse did not happen to the cat, but there is no deceased animals in here, so that's really good. So hopefully that means they're gone. Here's the one bathroom, and as you can see, nobody has taken a shower or bath for a very long time either, so hopefully that means it's vacant. But you can also see the house is not super clean, so who knows. It's a really tiny lot. That fence right there is the fence line. The rest of the fence blew over, and that is the neighbor's house, which is also in really good shape, as you can see. But we'll get this fence fixed whether the neighbor helps us or not. This shed does belong to it. We will tear all this out, just get rid of all of it. It's full of junk. And here's the back of the house too. It is not in the most amazing location. This is a roofing company right next to it, so it's kind of an industrial slash residential area. Has vinyl siding that will need help, some pieces replaced, or maybe that whole side, and we'll get all that fixed. But one reason I bought this house is because I think we can make it a 2-bedroom. 1-bedrooms are really, really hard to sell. There's very little demand for them. It's just tough to find people who only want 1 bedroom. So what we plan to do is probably put a wall up somewhere along here, in between the door and the window. Put a closet in, put a door in, make that a bedroom, and then you'll have your living room here, which will not be huge, but it won't be tiny either. It'll be an okay sized living room for a house this small, only 2 bedrooms. So once we do that, you know, replace the kitchen, flooring, paint, all that good stuff, spruce it up, then we'll probably be able to sell this for, I would say, at least 160, and that is taking into consideration the location, the size, all of that. I mean, that's bare minimum. I mean, you can't buy a house for 160 around here that's in any kind of decent shape. So that's being pretty conservative. We might be able to sell it for more. And I'm thinking it'll take probably 25 to 30,000 to do this. It's small, which is nice. It makes it cheaper, but it still will need some work. So once we have, you know, repairs, carrying costs, like paying real estate agents to help us sell it. I'm an agent, but I have to pay the buyer's agent, carrying costs, financing costs, paying property taxes, insurance, all that while I own it. You know, we'll probably be all into this house for 120 to 125, and hopefully, yeah, sell it for 160, make a pretty good profit. And that also does not count my commission that I got when I bought this as an agent. So, you know, made a little bit of a couple $1,000 as the agent buying it. So should be a decent one. Always interesting when you buy one with a tenant, because you don't know how they're going to leave the place. Just assume they're not going to leave it nice. They were rented, I think it was like $400 a month they're paying for this, which is way below market rent. Really hard to find anything that cheap. So it's not surprising that they didn't want to move out, but you always hope they would talk to us. On another one that was similar, I just did a video on that last week. We paid them $1,000 to move out, even though their lease was up, just to make sure it's smooth. Didn't have to do an eviction, deal with a mess like this. So we prefer to be able to leave on good terms, help a tenant out, find a new place, but it doesn't always work out that way. So that's the house. We'll have an after video once it's done. It should look quite a bit different. Hopefully I don't get any calls or texts in the middle of the night from someone trying to get into their house and they can't because we rekeyed it. But it does look pretty vacant. I don't see any signs of anyone being here for a while, but you never know. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you check out my other videos. Like I said, I have before and after videos on just about every flip I do, all my rental properties as well. And subscribe to the channel to get updates on new videos that come out. Thanks for watching.